So once upon a time I went to the lighting of the National Christmas Tree. It was a pretty big treat for me. I had never been there, but more importantly, I got to see B.B. King play live. And that was a dream come true. Well, those days have passed, and now the most important official lighting is the lighting of the shed. The shed has never had any lights. Hank? Ta-da! So there are some temporary lights in place. It's one of those temporary permanent. In other words, I'm in no hurry to make any changes. This is all I need right now to keep the ball rolling. And it took just a few hours. A couple of switches, a couple of receptacles. But with winter coming along, the days are going to be shorter, and I need to be able to flick a switch and keep on working. Oh, our guest appearances is this for this special event. Shed. Ta-da! So my thinking is not sure. But as soon as I get this on the trailer, it will be ready to head to its new indoor home. Well, I'm getting somewhere. It's gotten a little heavy and a little wedged. Foiled again. But here's my thinking. This nice board that I got out of someone's trash pile, if I lean this down here, we've got... Where am I pointing? I'm pointing up here. We've got this thing here. It's going to sit here. And I think then I can lift that end of the car and we'll be fine. Sounds kind of weird. Lift that end of the car. Okay. Let's try again. Progress. Bet you another 10 minutes and I'll have it on there. We are on. Was it 10 minutes? Maybe 20. I think I'm going to just do a bunch of push-ups today and desk work. I'm tired. I've got 264 to do and I've done 24. So 240 more ups to do. And I've been 3 hours into the yard today working and moving stuff. And I'm not done yet. So let's put a few mowers in. Actually, let's see what this looks like. Now, no work is getting done here. I'm going to just sweep up, put a mask on, and get a couple mowers in here today. This is the landlord's house. It does not have to look good. In actuality, I found some pallet racking. I need the beams though to go from left to right. And if I could get just 4 beams without building any wooden shelves or anything like that, I could just quickly set up within a half an hour, have a pretty strong rack set up there, and that would allow me to put pretty heavy things up high, and that's good storage. That's space that really isn't used for anything. So where am I? Give you a reference. I believe those walls are, yeah, they're 10 feet tall. So generally speaking, that space up there isn't used. See where I'm zooming? You know what that is? I've been trying to get on the road with this for weeks. And at the last minute, I realized something that I should have paid attention to. The bikes that are going in here, I was hauling trash yesterday. The bikes that are going in here, they reach out to about here. The mini shell is forward right now, but the mini shell was about here, or actually here. The two won't, the truck and trailer won't articulate. In other words, a $6,500 bicycle could take a big hit from this on a turn. So I am quickly trying to shift everything. The tailgate could fold forward, but I don't want to fold it forward. I think the police wouldn't like that, because you'd be driving down the road and you'd see this in front of you. So what I'm going to do is have the tailgate come back here on an angle. Yes, I'm going to have the tailgate come back on an angle. And then the funny thing is this Mini was filled, as the other one, with raccoon, we call him Steve droppings. All that. It's like filled in here, and I have to wash it before it goes. I thought that's all I'd be doing this morning, is giving it a wash and then hitting the road. But I had to get this cart in there. See the cart? And that's on wheels. Once I get there, I can lift the Mini off. The shell is supposed to be 310 pounds. I'm going to lift it onto that cart That cart seems to be 310 pounds too. But I put the cart in there, and then it's a tight fit, and there was this pile of Steve dump and it wouldn't go in there, so I took a stick and I'm scooping it out, and it was blocking it. This is all very old. Anyway, that's why these shells have rust in unusual places. They were standing up on end for decades. That's alright. See, usually a mini wouldn't rust there. Alright, I'm gonna turn the camera off and get this going, because this has to happen. We have to have this happen. You all watching, me doing, we have to have success today. That's just a fraction of what was in there, because most of it was already cleaned out before the wash. Well, October 1st, 2021. Now that's how you build an airplane. And for the record, this car was in storage, or in this condition, for I believe just under 40 years. Well, change of plans. I'm going to fold the gate down the way you see it now, and have the car shell stick over the back of the trailer just a little bit. That doesn't look as bad, and it allows me to mount I'm going to flip the car around so the back is following. What would that mean, following? Back usually follows the front in most cars. Anyway, but I can put a portable taillight on there, so that should do better. I can't believe that this is happening. I can't believe this is the literally the 4th or 5th try to make this trip, and I thought for sure I'd be on the road at 5 in the morning. It's better this way. Better to travel in the daylight. And I just gotta spin this car around and get this dolly on there first. And again, that raccoon dump, you're only looking at the remnants of what was there. It was just, I can't tell you how much was there. I shoveled it out to get it out first. All right, let's get back to this. Well, in the end, the back doesn't follow the front. This car is rare. I have put it back on after taking the shell off, and this time it's facing towards the back because I wasn't satisfied with the tongue weight. The front versus the back. Seems like the weight of this shell is in the back, and I simply didn't have enough tongue weight here. Moreover, that gives me a nice little pocket. If I need to, I can put ballast in here, get the tongue heavier. So the trailer itself weighs 330 pounds. The shell is 310 pounds. And that frame under there, good grief, it's probably 9,000 pounds. But I got all that back in there. And I believe the overall weight is not an issue here. It's just the balance. And I'm hanging over, see how far I hang over past the trailer without that gate coming up at an angle. Like that. It looks somewhat presentable. The light is definitely in a good spot. Driving it daytime, so there shouldn't be too much interest. Too much interest. I think I'm being sneaky. It shouldn't be too hard to understand what this car is doing in front of you if you're following. And plus my taillights can be seen. So there it is. And I've got plenty of clearance for the bicycles. And now it's just a matter of getting the truck cleaned out and getting loaded up, tied off, and making, unfortunately, 2 stops before hitting the road. And then there are 4 people waiting on me. 4 different locations. Here we go. The most difficult trip to get on the road and delivered in the history. About 11 years now. This frame wouldn't fit in the cab of the truck because I built it to help the customer. And then that box looks clean and neat and things won't fall out of it, so I didn't want to give up that. But I managed to get the bike in here. Hank helped me. It's safe. I probably wouldn't have done this with a painted frame, but the raw is fine. And that's probably $12,000 of bicycles going. And it has been very difficult. This is my 6th try to get on the road. Been 2 or 3 weeks of attempts. And this time it's gonna go well. I even have a bag of rice and some chicken that's been in the fridge for a week to give to a reptile shop on the way down. Alright, now we just don't need any bad luck.